Hello, first graders. It is Music Monday, and I miss you very much. I can't wait until we're together again, making music together in the same place. Won't that be great? So, today I have two activities for you. One of them is a music writing activity, kind of like Bears and Chairs, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but if you'd like to show off your skills to me, you can. And the second is an activity about flowers. Okay, so this first video today is about our first activity. Now, if you saw my video from last week, if you missed it, it is still on YouTube. It says Music Monday for 3:23. That was last week. Today is Music Monday for 3:30. But if you did not get to see last week's, it's right here on YouTube. You can check my channel and you can see that one. And a lot of kids wrote me back and sent me pictures or videos or music rhythms and making Bears in Chairs rhythms with me last week. There were a lot of kids from a lot of first grade classes who tried that with me, and I tried to respond to everybody. So if you sent me a video or a picture or a rhythm or an idea, I tried to write back or send a voice message to everybody. Now you can still do that if you want to. If you haven't had a chance to try the Bears and Chairs activity, you can try that. But this week's activity is about, this is a music writing activity, but it's about a new song. All right, so let me teach you the whole song first. It's not that long, it's only 4 parts, it's 4 sentences, okay? If you could maybe keep a beat with me, it will help, and I'll sing it for you. Here we go. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Will this raining ever stop? April showers bring May flowers. Drip, drop, drip, drop. So you can tell my song is a little bit about rain, right? You can tell my song is a little bit about rain. I want you to listen this time while I sing it for you, and listen for the name of 2 months in our year. Listen for the name of 2 months. Okay, we're in the month of March right now. Today on Monday, it's March. But there's 2 names of 2 different months in my song. See if you can find them. Here I go. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Will this raining ever stop? April showers bring May flowers. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Okay, what 2 months did you hear? Okay, May, and April. You've got it, April. And if you've never heard that expression before, April showers bring May flowers. That means that in the month called April, it will probably rain a lot, so that when we get to the month called May, a lot of our flowers will start to bloom. And Mrs. Hill loves to work in the garden, so I love flowers. Now it's not April yet, but on Wednesday it will be. So be prepared. You might start to see a lot of rainy skies. Okay? Why don't you try and say that song along with me? Okay? You can either say the words or sing them while you're keeping a beat. 2 music things at the same time. Good luck. Here we go. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Will this raining ever stop? April showers bring May flowers. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Fantastic. Now this time, we're not going to do it together. We're going to do it separately. Mrs. Hill is going to sing one part, and when I stop singing it, you echo me, which means you're going to sing the same part back. So if I go drip, drop, drip, drop, you're going to sing it back to me. So there will be one time when I'm singing, and the second time I'm listening to you sing it. Okay, let's start from the beginning. I sing first. Here I go. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Your turn. My turn. Will this raining ever stop? Go. My turn. April showers bring May flowers. Drip, drop, drip, drop, go. Fantastic. Now, if you want to do our music drawing activity with that song, and we're going to do lots of fun activities with that song, but if you'd like to do the music drawing activity, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you will need a piece of paper. It can have lines or no lines, or it can be a colored construction paper. It doesn't matter. I'm using a scrap piece that fell out of one of my notebooks, okay? And you need something to write with, and I'm going to use my trusted green crayon that I used last week. Okay, so you can use whatever you want. Hi, Morgan. You do need something to write on and something to write with. So why don't you pause Mrs. Hill while you go get that. And we're back. Hopefully you have something to write on and something to write with, okay? Now on this piece of paper, you're gonna end up writing 4 music rhythms, okay? You're gonna write one here and maybe one here and one here and one at the bottom. So you need space to write 4 music rhythms. So here's what I think you should do. Wait, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If you take your paper and you put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think you should do that now so you'll be able to write these rhythms down if you want to. You can just watch us do it if you want to. Hey, Morgie, are you asleep?
No.
Would you grab Mommy a Coke?
Yeah.
Thank you. Feeling a little thirsty. Okay, so you probably want to put these 4 numbers on your paper. Okay, we're going to write 4 music rhythms. And the first rhythm you can write next to the number 1, and then the second rhythm next to the number 2, and the third rhythm next to the number 3, and the fourth rhythm next to number 4. And then you can take a picture of it and you can send it to me on Seesaw if you want to. But don't forget, this might be pretty important too. The very first thing that goes on to the top is your name, okay? All right, thank you very much, Margie. I appreciate it. Mrs. Hill's gonna have a little sip of a drink. I'm thirsty. Okay, now I'm gonna show you our song Drip Drop Drip Drop, except I'm gonna show you the words with the beats, okay? You can take a look at this, and you need to look at it later, so you can always rewind this video back to it, or if you want to, your parents could take a screenshot, okay? So I'm gonna hold this up so you can see our song with all of the words divided up onto the beats, okay? You can screenshot or rewind to this later if you need to and pause. So the first rhythm we're gonna do together. We're gonna do the top line. That's the first rhythm. We're gonna do that together. And then on your own, if you want to, you can try to write the rhythm for the second line, third line, and the fourth line. And if you can do this, the grown-up in your house is probably gonna be like super impressed because they might not know how to do this. Okay, let's take a look at the first line. Just this line of beats right here. This is gonna be rhythm 1. So let's look in the first beat and we see the word drip. Now we've done this together before, first graders. Please put your hand under your chin and say the word drip and see how many times it bounces. Drip. I only felt 1 bounce also. So in music, when we hear 1 sound in that beat, which kind of note do we use? Quarter note, eighth notes, or rest? We do a quarter note. So next to your number 1, you can write a quarter note. And that is for the first beat of the first line. Okay, doesn't matter if it's perfect. Nobody writes music perfectly. That's why most people use a music typewriter when they print music up. Don't worry about it. Let's go to our second beat, which says drop. Let's do a check. Drop. Drop. How many bounces did you feel? Some of you are so good at this, you went right to my next question. Yes, 1 bounce means a quarter note. So if you'd like to, next to your number 1, now you would have 2. quarter notes. And right now my daughter Morgan, who is in 10th grade, is looking at me with this confused look on her face because she hears me calling you first graders, and she's a little bit confused how first graders could figure this out. Yeah, they're pretty smart, Morgie. My first graders are amazing. All right, so we did the first 2 beats. Let's go to the 3rd beat, and it says drip. Again, drip. So your next beat is going to be a drip, a quarter note. You know what I think? I think that this first line rhythm is going to end up being a super easy kindergarten rhythm. Are you guessing the same thing? Because the last beat is the word drop. Yeah, drop. All right, so what I wrote for the first line, and if you did not write the same thing, you can correct it, you can fix it, or you can crumple it up and give up. You can do whatever you like. That's what I wrote for drip, drop, drip, drop. Now here's where you need to go back to your screenshot or rewind, because if you want to try, I would love it if you would write down the rhythm for the 2nd line, 3rd line, and 4th line, and maybe a grown-up in the house can help you to read those. Okay, so this is today's activity. If you would like to write your whole song, drip, drop, and all the rhythms for the 2nd line, 3rd line, and 4th line, then you can take a picture of it and send it back to me. Okay, now I'm going to stop this video now so you can decide if you want to work on that activity, but there's going to be a 2nd video today for you about flowers. Check that one out if you want to.